Well, in 1980s Miami, they became known as the Cocaine Cowboys. Cash and corruption ruled these hired assassins and fueled the cocaine wars that shaped the Magic City of today. One of the most notorious of those hitmen was George Ayala, known as Reevy, confessing to 20 murders. He remains in prison today. You might recall first hearing about Reevy's story in Miami filmmaker Billy Corben's 2006 documentary, Cocaine Cowboys. Now this popular film has been adapted for the stage by Miami New Drama. We spoke with actor Yancey Arias, who plays Reevy on stage. He tells us how he really got inside the mind of the infamous hitman, prompted by a once-in-a-lifetime meeting that helped him to kind of navigate through Reevy's culture of corruption.
I'm Yancey Arias. In the Confessions of a Cocaine Cowboy, I play Reevy. His real name is Jorge Ayala.
You want me to put them in that chair. You want me to kill them.
The creative team was so wonderful to give me the behind-the-scenes footage of the Cocaine Cowboys documentary. I also had the really wonderful, serendipitous opportunity to meet his lawyer. He came to see the show. He had actually spoken with Reevy during the show at intermission and told him, reported to him that Yancey's like really, encompassing your heart and your spirit. And I was like, wow, any chance I can talk to him? I was able to have a short conversation with him. I said, Reevy, I said, what was the thing that you most regret in life that you can? He says, coming to the United States. He was a kid, he was 12 years old, and he knew his family from Colombia, and he was forced to come into another family. And so that was a huge kind of like transition that he would never get used to. And he just wanted out. He just wanted out of that family. And in getting out of that family, where do you end up? You end up in some trouble. Jorge Ayala, Reevy, he's currently in jail and probably in jail for the rest of his life. And I led myself for him to be free for 2 hours and to be free to tell you all the story of what happened, not just to him, but to everyone around him.
Like a wise man once said, I always tell the truth, even when I lie.
He has to jump out and bring you to certain places, certain things that happened in his life during the course of the time when he was free and he was running around amok and creating trouble for Griselda Blanco and for this other cartel that was in Miami at the time. I'm at the edge of my seat every night. Just be ready for anything, because it was a wild time in the 1980s Miami. That was like the free-for-all. And so nobody really knew how to deal with it. So you had law enforcement corrupt as well, dealing drugs, stealing from the drug dealers, putting money in their own pockets. It was literally the Wild Wild West. It really was. People had to like dodge bullets while they were just trying to swim in the pool or in the ocean. It's really a crazy time. And so in the play, I kind of point out that, well, okay, guess what, America? We still got these problems, and they're not getting any better. I'm very honored and very grateful, the guys here at Miami New Drama, to invite me to do this and lend my humanity to this experience. It's definitely going to be a ride, and I hope you all come and check it out.
Well, Confessions of a Cocaine Cowboy runs until this Sunday, April the 7th at the Colony Theater. We'll have a link for tickets and showtimes on our Facebook page @YourSouthFL.